Hey everybody, we're going to get right into this right now, and I'm going to show you how to fix the eyes, eyelashes, and hair when taking a character from Daz into Unity, because it is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So give me just a second. I need to pull up the chat just in case if anybody gets in here. One thing I won't be doing is I won't be going on a huge rambling thing, even though I am right now. As soon as I get my chat up here, I'll be going right into it. It drives me absolutely insane when I go to YouTube tutorials and they start off showing me how to install Unity and all that stuff. Dude, if you're watching this video, I assume that you have already installed both Unity and Daz Studio, and you know how to do all that. And that you have attempted at least to take a Daz character into Unity without a whole lot of luck. And then that's why you're here watching this, is because you want to know how to fix this stuff. All right, give me just a second because it is not showing the right things on the screen. There we go. That's our problem. There we go. This should fix it. Let's get back into this. All right, I'm going to give it just a second to make sure that it is showing the right thing, and then we're going to get into this. I already have a character already made up right here. Name's Emily. Just a couple things on her. I do have, you'll notice that her shorts, she's got shorts under her shorts, and that is just because with this character, I want to be able to toggle between the two to give her just a couple different styles. But yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our tools and we're going to hit geometry editor. And if we right click, we'll notice that we have this geometry tab here. The reason why this is important is that there's certain anatomy parts or whatever, especially if you want to use those or different props, that don't seem to always export over if you don't have the geometry tab on. We also just want to go to select children so that we have entirety of her. Then we're going to go to file, export, and we're going to call her, we'll call her Emily VR. I am working on VR, working in VR, so that's one of the reasons why I am not using the Unity or the Daz to Unity bridge, is because I'm using VR, and HDRP, which is what it uses for the Daz to Unity bridge, does not work well at all with VR. Extremely low frame rate, and it just doesn't work. If you're using something besides VR, if you're just using 3D, then I think you could use it and that'd be fine. All right, let's get to this. So we'll just kind of make sure that everything's there. It looks all good. Don't need the animations because I'm not doing animations. We have 2014 binary. These are the ones that I use: embed textures, merge, diffuse and opacity textures, merge clothing into figure skeleton, allow degraded skinning, allow graded scaling, and sub D information. I use all those, and we're just gonna hit accept. And we're going to go into, that shouldn't take very long. We're going to go into Unity. Let's see if that's done yet. It's almost done there. This it drove me nuts in the beginning when I tried to figure out how to do this stuff. The eyes would be all white. The hair would just look like absolute crap. The eyelashes obviously were, they just look blocky. And it just, at first I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to use my Daz characters in Unity. But once you kind of figure out how to do all this, it's pretty easy. This is another thing to know, is that sometimes the hair isn't going to work. In particular, the hair. And when you go to import into Unity, it'll just freeze. And for me, I've tried like a whole hour sitting there to see if it'll pull over, and it would stay frozen just basically forever. So sometimes you just have to say that hair isn't going to work and then just move on to a different hairstyle. So I'm gonna bring in our textures. I'm gonna leave VR images. And then we're gonna go to, I'm gonna open that up, and then we're gonna drag in her actual FBX 3D object. This is where I kind of sit there and I give it about 3 minutes tops. And if this doesn't start moving at all, if it stays stuck in here for more than like 3 to 5 minutes, then I just get out of it, restart, and then choose a different hair. I haven't noticed anything like with eyelashes or with eyes that makes it hold up. It's just hair. Some hairstyles just won't work. I'm gonna switch her to humanoid. This is one thing. Gosh, I wish that the Daz exports would just automatically be humanoid, because this can be kind of annoying, especially with animations. Having to sit there for each animation and switch it to humanoid instead of generic is kind of annoying. Of course, every Daz character that you pull over is gonna, or pretty much, unless you're doing like a pet or stuff like that, is going to be humanoid. So why not just have it automatically import on that? So we're gonna pull her. Let's see. Let's pull her into here and see what we're working with. All right. So a couple things we notice already. We got problems with the scalp here. The eyes don't look right. We got blocky eyelashes. It's black around them, and then the actual eyelashes are white. None of that's gonna really work. So let's go in. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna look at each of the different things that we're gonna want to fix, so we can actually see what we want to actually work with. So under eyelashes, we have eyelashes and we have eye moisture. The eye moisture, we don't have to do anything, but the eyelashes right there, we're gonna want to hit Control D, make a copy of that, and we'll back into the eyelash shape, and we're just gonna drag that in there. We're then going to go to her hair, and she just has one material in that. So we're gonna go to, what is that? Lauren hair. Take that, Control D. Right. Oh, keep doing that. Let's do this. Let's lock that. I guess it doesn't make it lock it. But when we go into Genesis 8 female shape, then we'll lock it. All right. So the only thing we're going to worry about is the cornea on this, because it seems to fix it as long as we change some things on that. All right. So we're in the cornea. This first thing we're going to do is we're going to fix the eyes. And the first thing we're going to look for is we're going to see if there's anything in the albedo, in the actual textures. For some reason, sometimes some of the eyes, it doesn't have anything there, and you actually have to go into, and it's always going to be the one with the black background on it. Sometimes you have to actually drag that in there. But it's our, go into, where are we at, cornea. Sometimes you have to just drag it into this, but it's already there. And sometimes you have to change between the transparent and opaque. If it's on opaque, I've noticed you can use cutout, fade, or transparent. I haven't had any problems with any of those. But this is really easy. All we're going to do is we're going to take the transparency, the A on this, I'm going to drag it down, 0. Eyes are fixed. It's that freaking simple. And the only two things you got to do is change that, and then if there isn't the texture isn't assigned already to the albedo, you have to actually drag in there. Next thing we're going to do, let's go to the hair. Shape. Let's see, we're going to go to Lauren hair, and on this one, I believe, let's see what we have to do. No, actually no. I think all we have to do is change this to transparent. Boom. Now we got rid of that scalp issue. And then under eyelash shape, we're going to go to eyelashes. Where's that? Right here. And we're going to do a couple things here. Trying to remember. Let's see here. Want to go transparent? Yep, we want to go transparent, and then we want to switch the color to black. Or whatever color you want our eyelashes to be. That's it. Eyelash. Oh, yeah. I think we also want to change smoothness all the way up. That's going to get rid of that kind of, if you kind of notice, there's a little bit of layer around them. But if you take that smoothness all the way up, then that's going to fix that for you. So last thing we're going to do, we're going to get into VR and kind of take a look to see what it looks like. Oh, I'm going to do one more thing here real quick. The characters are kind of big. So we're going to make her a little bit smaller. So, yep, let's get into this real quick. All right. So a couple things I'm noticing right now, and I'm not gonna really do much more with it. To Well, maybe we'll try to see if we can do a little bit to fix that. But you can kind of see through her scalp a little bit. But if you notice, the eyes are fine. Eyelashes. But so far, from what we got, this is another character I had in there. So far, for what you came to the tutorial for, I think we got everything fixed for the most part. But I'm going to show you a couple other things. I'm going to take this character and actually make her look a little bit more lively, because since we're here anyway, so if you want to stick around and watch that, I'll kind of show you what I'm going to do with realistic eye movement. Just put an idle animation on her, just so she looks a little bit more lively if you want to stick around for that. Or you can go ahead and hit subscribe, hit like, and hit the video now if you like. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab her. She's in humanoid already, so I don't need to worry about that. But if we go to eye and head animator, this is the realistic eye movement asset. You can find on Unity. I love it. I think it's great. We're going to go to let's see, assets, realistic eye movements, and presets, and then Daz. If it's on generic, if it hasn't been switched to humanoid already for the character, then it won't. Then it'll give you an error. And then we're gonna do look at transform. Nope, I'm wrong one. Look target controller. And we're going to, as points of interest, I'm going to take my XR rig. Where the heck did I go? Oh, yeah, right here. Take the center eye anchor, put it there. Let's make her stare at us. And then she needs an animator. So let's just create an animator controller. I'll just call it Emily. And let's go into her, drag it's in here. And then let's take the idle. Let's see, which one is the idle that I want to use on this? We'll see if this one works. We'll check it out here outside of VR and make sure that it's actually. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's put the goggles on and see what happens. Let's see if it puts in or not. And it's gonna hang up there. Restart it from my Quest 2 goggles. Yeah, there we go. There's our Daz character. She's got her eye animation. She's looking. One of the cool things, you can't see it here because it's not going to show the pass through, but I think it's going to show a black background. But I've got AR capabilities here. What I'm seeing in my goggles uh, is my house with this character standing there, with a couple characters standing there looking at me. And I can go from AR to VR pretty easily there. This looks kind of cool. Do I have? All right. Actually have some other stuff set up here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I'll kind of show you what I got going here. Let's see if I can bend over them. Yeah. So that's kind of the stuff I've been working on. Oh, those guys are gonna kill her, aren't they? No? Yeah, she can't even. Oh yeah, they are. They are hitting her, aren't they? Oh yeah, she's. Let's see her death animation. You failed me. All right. But anyways, that's all I got for that tutorial. And end it there. I think I'm gonna do another one here in just a little bit on something else. This video helped you out at all, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of these coming up. And everybody have a great day.